Healing Hearts, my journey through faith, creativity, and restoration. Did you know depression is one of the leading causes of disability worldwide? Every 44 seconds, someone dies by suicide, and countless others wrestle with thoughts of suicide. I know that pit of despair, having spent my life clinging to a rope so frayed and slippery it felt like someone had greased it just for fun. But today I want to share with you that there is hope in Healing Hearts. Creativity isn't just a hobby. It's a lifeline, a bridge between pain and hope. When words failed me, a brushstroke or a song became my prayer, the first signs of healing hearts, seeds of healing hearts. Research shows that up to 80% of participants experience reduced stress, a boost in self-esteem, and a more positive self-image, as well as a restored sense of purpose. When paired with faith, creativity becomes more than just therapy. It becomes a testimony, restored purpose, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning. Even neuroscience tells us that creativity rewires our brains for hope. If you'd met me a few years ago, you would have seen a woman fully functioning on the outside, serving, smiling, doing all the right things. But on the inside, I was falling apart because high-functioning depression is silent and often invisible. I walked through emotional neglect, displacement trauma, betrayal, rejection, abandonment, and worst of all, being ignored countless times, the worst of which, my brother, his silence, 30 years of silence based on fueled by lies. For decades, my creativity and my hope lay buried under shame, fear, self-doubt, and a mountain of lies. Then God began to hand me the keys, one at a time, and each one looked like creativity. In 2016, my depression began to crack through the surface, and my husband gently nudged me to find a hobby. I joined the Greater Auckland Chorus and failed the audition, not once, but 5 times. But each attempt chipped away at the lie, I can't sing, I'm not good enough for this. In 2017, I hit rock bottom. Miraculously, my brother reached out to reconcile, and shortly after, a friend invited me to join her for a graphic design course. Our first assignment to create a simple drawing was paralyzing because I hadn't picked up a pencil since I shut down as a teenager. But my sketch actually resembled the photo that I used as a reference. And that lit another spark of healing hearts. Painting was another struggle. I can't paint. I'm not creative, were the lies shouting through my head. But in 2019, I joined an art group at a local church, and the leaders encouraged me to give painting a try. When I finished my flower, the old lie was dismantled when she exclaimed, "See, I told you you can paint." During COVID lockdowns, Bible journaling became my refuge, a way to process the suffocating despair that was threatening to overwhelm me. And soon after, an Elijah House trauma training webinar exposed that I needed healing desperately more than my need to help others. And that became the true turning point to Healing Hearts. God then started whispering, "Will you reclaim your body as a place of celebration, not criticism and self-hatred?" After a few years of resistance, I finally managed to say yes and dance during worship. Writing, yet another struggle. I believed I just wasn't good enough. And every time I shared my story, I would have someone say, "You should write a book," and I've resisted that for many, many years because of the lie that I had come to believe. I have, however, started writing my pain into stories on my website in order to multiply hope and healing hearts far beyond my own life. And finally, having grown up in a home that's silent, without talking, without voice, God recently gave me my voice back. Now I share testimonies and struggles to shine a light for those still in darkness. And even if my voice trembles, I still show up, because that too is part of Healing Hearts. Survival mode had stolen my colors, but creating again rebuilt me from the inside out. Creativity became my language with God, and a way of expressing grief and rejection without drowning in it. It became faith in action and a source of joy, a pathway out of depression. That's when Healing Hearts became more than just my story, and it became my calling. He also brought me out of the horrible pit and set my feet upon a rock. Psalm 40 verse 2 says, "I can't share my story without including God. His mercy became my oxygen. His love my anchor, and His hand my rescue." In January this year, I celebrated 6 years of overcoming depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. It doesn't mean that I no longer experience moments of heaviness, overwhelm, or despair, but I've learned to reach out and ask for help from my community when I'm there. That's not just survival, that's resurrection, and that's the heart of Healing Hearts. Today I create safe spaces for Healing Hearts, creative gatherings to create without fear of judgments, paint parties where color, laughter, and fun bring healing, encounter groups where we face unforgiveness, inner vows, and lies that we have come to believe about ourselves and others, as well as prayer ministry where we dismantle strongholds and pull pain out at the roots. Through creativity, compassion, and Healing Hearts and community, I help people belong before they behave, share their pain, their stories, Help them to dream again and be loved back to life, because my mission is simple: to change the world one broken heart at a time. Maybe you've believed the same lies I did, that you're not creative, your voice doesn't matter, your story is too messy. But I'm here to tell you that your story matters, your voice matters, and there is a safe place for you and your heart to heal at Healing Hearts. Come, step into a gathering, a paint party, or an encounter group, because Healing Hearts works best in community. Thank you.